Hey guys, we are back with the sales for the weekend. Linda is not here with me. She's not feeling well, but it is just me. We're going to go over what sold on our online store. We sell on platforms like eBay. We try to find these items at garage sales, thrift stores, estate sales, anywhere we can find them, try to flip them online for a profit. We have the weekend sales. These are Friday through Sunday sales for our business. This is something we do part-time, my wife and I. I have a full-time job. She has another part-time job. We do this to kind of supplement our income. And the cool thing is we do pretty well selling just old random stuff. So we're going to get into it. We try to get $400 a day in our business. For this weekend, we actually did not make our goal. It was a little bit slower with sales. We ended up with 25 sales for about $1,030, so about 170 short. A couple of big ticket items really helped even get us there, just because there was not a lot going on this weekend. Could be because summertime, school starting, different things like that, maybe slowing it down, but still happy with what we had and some cool stuff to show you, so let's get into it. First off, we sold two things on Poshmark, same buyer. It's this right here. Let me see if I have a picture of the name. They bought two of the same thing. I had them part. A lot of times with kitchen items, we part them out. So we take a kitchen item and we part it out and sell piece by piece. You can usually make more money that way, and then you can help people who break a bowl or need a new lid or whatever, do things like that. So this is a baby cook, B-E-A-B-A. Hope you can kind of see that there. This is the motor, and it has a little top here, and then this is the little pitcher with the blade in there. There is another piece that goes with it. I bought it, I think, for $15 or $19.99, something like that. It's Savers plus tax. Didn't realize it was missing one other piece to complete it, so I decided to part it out. And the lady bought both pieces for $40 plus shipping on Poshmark. They are separate orders, though. I've never really had somebody. Actually, I guess I have had someone buy a couple ties and stuff before. I don't know if you can combine the shipping off to see. Also, depending on the weight, when you go over 5 pounds on Poshmark, you have to pay a little extra for the label. And also this one electronic one has to go Ground Advantage because it is electric. They won't let you send anything electronic. They won't let you send it priority mail. Even if there's no issue with it, they won't let you do it that way. So those sold though for $80 plus the shipping. We're in it for about 15 or 20 bucks. I'm happy with that. Pretty quick mover too. Plus it's always nice to sell stuff on Posh. And as we part stuff out, we also part out vacuums. If you're new, this is something you might not even think of. If you're old with us, you know we do this all the time. This is a Shark. This thing was much dirtier. I got it pretty clean. It's not perfect. I will wipe it down again. I do my best to clean it, but I do tell people it's been wiped down. It's still not perfect. Usually when you buy these, there'll be like hairs and string and stuff. So I get all those off. I usually will pop this bottom cover off, clean it all as best I can. And this one even has some cracking on the inside there. It's not all the way through. It's on the inside. Still sold it though. Paid $12.50 for the vacuum. Weird price, I know, but that's what the best they would do. And then I sold this piece for $40 shipped. We have the canister for I think $35 and $40, and another piece, a couple other pieces I think to sell. I think one little filter cover sold for like 15 or 16, and then that thing for 30. So well, I'm doing all right on it. I'm happy with that. Some of the other Sharks can go for 60 plus just for the motor. So if you want to make a few bucks on vacuums, you can. Shark is a good brand. Dyson can do well. The Kenmore canister vacuums can do well. Miele is a good one. Just know you're gonna have to do some cleaning usually. So most people do not keep their vacuums in pretty good shape, it seems like, when they sell them at the garage sale. Here's a little Ninja filter basket. It goes to a Ninja coffee maker. This is a Ninja filter basket. Goes to the CM401 Ninja coffee maker. It's the basket and the little filter thing here, the filter and the basket or whatever. And this sold for $18 shipped. So I think I paid $5 for the whole unit, 5 or 7, and that piece sold for $18. Sold some video games this weekend, not a whole lot, but Super Monkey Ball, paid a couple bucks for this. It sold for $25, so that was pretty good. Super Monkey Ball 2. Here's a little Honda, just a random thing I got for a couple bucks a couple years ago on a vacation we were on. It's a little like Honda USB kit for your car. Different kinds of USB plugs and a little mouse and different stuff. This probably came with a Honda when you were buying a new Honda or whatever. And this piece sold for 26 bucks. I paid a couple bucks for that. So that was just a random thing. That was kind of nice to sell. We sell a lot of golf clubs. But this year while on vacation, I found this club. If you've ever seen something like this. This is a Matsy Assist club. It looks a little different. It is a training club. Looks quite different. I'd never seen one before this, but I bought two of them, this one and the yellow one. Paid $10 for both, sold the yellow one for $60, and then I just sold this one for $60. So, and they do end up fitting, based on size and kind of the angle they are, They can actually still fit in a 48 4 box, and you can end up cutting it down a little bit too, I believe. So that's not too bad there. Okay, we have a Paul McCartney shirt, newer one, 2005. This one sold for $23 shipped. Not a whole lot there, but I'm happy when shirts go. This year's the first year I picked up Oakley. All around vacation, we see a lot of snow goggles and stuff like that. I never really pick them up because we go to a place in the mountains, and we go to the thrift stores there, but I never really pick them up. I'm not sure really what the value is, but these ones look kind of cool with like the griffin on the side. And I paid $3 or $4 for these, and they sold for $30 shipped. So this is my first one I've ever sold, so we'll see if there's any issues with that. I don't know much about them. I only grab Oakley ones just as a test run. Pair of DC shoes. We always do well with our men's DC. Whoops, if they're in good shape. This is a nice looking one. I think I paid 10 or 15 for this, and that set sold for $40 shipped. That was pretty good. A couple CDs sold right back to back, actually. Let me grab them. The solo session sold for like $9, and this Randy Travis Inspirational Journey sold for $11. The Randy Travis one is actually pretty old. It's been up for a while. Here is a Transformers 2-disc special edition, and it's got like the little Bumblebee case. The box is kind of damaged. It sold for $12 shipped, so not a whole lot. Just kind of cool with the Bumblebee case, but that one's been up a while too. For a really good sale, we bought these little Create a Sticker adhesives. They have the price tag on them because I bought multiple of these, but we're in these for $4 plus tax a piece. These two together, same one, sold for $45 shipped, so we're probably in them for about $8.50, and they ended up going maybe a little bit over that, and they ended up going for $45. So that is awesome, and I have at least one more set available of those. Paparazzi, another multi-quantity item here. This is Paparazzi Gold Rendezvous or whatever nail polish. I have packs of 4. I'm in these for 50 cents each, and someone bought 2 sets of 2 for $36. So they bought, normally it'd be whatever that would be, 17 something, I guess, because they're on sale right now. And again, we're in them for $1 each set, and then someone bought 2 sets, which is very cool. I can get more of these too. The person that has them has more, but I don't want to buy too many just in case they stop selling. We made a deal with someone the other day. We sold these messenger hymns. We sold 5 of them to a buyer. They paid 5 for like $50, 10 a piece. And then they said, hey, do you have more? And we said, yeah, we got more. I think we got like 30 of them. And they said, okay, what would you do? There was a little confusion in my wife and I with the price. I said half off. I was thinking 30 for $150. She thought it was half of the price they had gotten, because they had gotten, it was at 50, but they got a discount or something like that of 7% off. So we ended up being at $135 for all of them. They were good with that. We wanted to give them a good deal. They're trying to make their own church, so they used these as a kid, they said. So we wanted to make a good deal, you know, make a little bit of money for us because we're in them, but at the same time give them something. The problem is, I thought I had 30, I only have 25. I had 30 originally with the 5 that they had, but when I went to count in the box, I thought there were 5 more of a different one, but I'm basically colorblind, and there's a set of red ones in there. They're a different set, but they look very similar mixed in with the green for a colorblind person. And so I got to let them know that they only have 25. I'm sure they'll be happy because they just said as many as we can get, we'll take them. So we'll just take 135, divide it by 30 or whatever, and then refund them 5 of them. So $5 or 5 item worth, so that way they're getting the same price per book. So that's cool, and it's good that it's going to a church that can use them, so that's exciting. Ernest triple feature. We sold the Blu-rays of a couple of individual, these sealed, 30 and $40 a piece, but this little 3-pack only sold for 10. That used to go for a lot more, but it's the prices come way down. Here's a board game I got from Salvation Army Auction. I got a couple of board games. The one I got was a Harry Potter sealed one in Spanish. That one's worth the most, but the little cheaper ones have sold. This little Exit one sold for $17. It's very light. It should go under £1. So that's cool. The best sale of the day is this Scotty Cameron Titleist little bag. It does have a strap inside here. You see Scotty Cameron. Scotty Cameron, they make putters, really good quality putters, very collectible putters, especially even the head covers are collectible. Went to a guy's house and he sold me some clubs, and he sold me a Scotty Cameron golf bag and a Scotty Cameron backpack. And he said that these are part of the Scotty Cameron like membership, yearly membership or something, where you pay so much a year and you get like certain little gifts and stuff every year. I don't know how much it is, but he sold me this for $40 and this sold for $150 shipped. So that was awesome. What a great day. He actually had 2 of the backpacks, but someone bought one the day before, was supposed to come back and buy the next one, but I bought it. So unfortunately they missed out, but I'm glad that we got one. So I haven't sold the backpack yet, but it's like 120 or something as well. We had a bunch of manuals here for like different electronics. Some of them are higher end, some of them unique stuff. I've told you guys before, we do sell these manuals. Don't go crazy on them, but if you can find like old stereo systems, or you know, just kind of unique record players or stuff like that that might have some collectible value or people are still using, a good official manual can make some money. This is a Pioneer Laserdisc CLD D704, pretty good unit. Had just the manual. I did not have the original unit when I got all these. I spent $5 on a whole pack full of manuals, like a whole, like that stack that big. Some of them weren't even worth selling. This one was $21 for that. We sold some for 10, 15, 20. Really easy to ship. Again, not something a lot of people want to mess with, but for us, it just goes in a box. We got plenty of time to sell them, and we've made enough money where it, you know, buys Linda a cup of coffees. Final Fantasy for PS3 sold for $11. We have a Tommy Hilfiger kind of red plaid, kind of just generic shirt, but has a little Tommy logo there on the tag. This was like $2 at a garage sale, and it sold for $23. This one was cool. I almost didn't list this. This is a, so I'm looking at my computer, guys, here to look at what sold. This is a Dakota Motor Company band cut off shirt. So it's got Chuck, Derek, Davia, and PK. I have no idea who those are, what band this is. I just went off of a Google image search that found this image. It wasn't even, no one had the shirt listed. I listed it for like 90 or $100, and it sold for 85 eventually. So I almost didn't list it. I was like, I can't find anything on it. And I eventually found something. It's got some tearing to it. Just kind of a unique shirt that came from a rock and roll buy. We had a bunch of vintage shirts. That was probably now 6 years ago, and this has been, I had a box of the leftover vintage shirts that I couldn't really identify really easily, so I just left them in a box. And then one last year, I'm finally like, I got to get through these, and I started just listing everything, no matter what it was. Just listed a lot of them high. $85 on that one, so that one is awesome. So glad I listed it. A GameCube game from our sorry, I grabbed the wrong one, from our $250 video game buy is GoldenEye for GameCube, so for $20 there. We are almost done, guys. Very short today, not as much to, oh shoot, I messed this up. Not as much. Yes, we got one thing left. It is right here, Blu-ray. Look out for some of these Blu-rays when they're sealed and they have 2 different films on them. This one's got Stepmom and The Deep End of the Ocean, both I've never heard of before. This Blu-ray sold for $25 shipped. I think I got it at a garage sale for a couple bucks. And yeah, $25 shipped on that. Not every Blu-ray is worth money. In fact, most would be worth nothing. Really not even worth your time looking at. But if you're going to spend time on media, look out for double, triple features, especially of films you haven't seen. If you haven't seen them before, they might have some bags that might be out of print or something very unique. Obviously, look out for old horror films or remakes of, like, you know, silent films, or, you know, just older films like that. Those can also be ones to look out for because they may not have a wide printing on the Blu-ray stuff, or even DVD. And then again, if it's sealed, you know, sealed Top Gun, probably not worth it. You know, sealed Harry Potter, probably not. But a random thing like that is worth checking out. And again, $25 is awesome. It is going international shipping, I know, as well. So that is all we have, guys. I get all this packed up. Definitely kind of a unique mix of stuff, a little bit of everything. I'm happy with that. Wish we would have made our goal, but sometimes you don't, and that's just part of the game too. We got to just do our best. I did not list as much this week, just a lot going on, and I'm hoping to get back to it and make some money this week with some cool stuff to show you guys. And I got to get through my death pile, which is just crazy because, as you guys know, the best part about reselling, aside from making the money, is the actual hunting, you know. To this day, I've been doing this since I was 19, turning 20, I think, around, in college. And I still get excited every Saturday morning. Every Saturday morning when I get up, I get excited to go garage selling. If I can go, you know, or going to the thrift store. Every time we pull it, you just never know what you're gonna find. And I hope I never lose that, because that's the part that, if you lost that, then it's definitely a job. And we do this part-time. So if you're doing it full-time, obviously it is a job. You just got to do it no matter what. But And we kind of do too. We do rely on it for our income, but I hope I never lose the fun part of it, because it's just it makes it exciting, and then it helps you get through the challenging things like listing and photoing and cleaning and stuff like that. So, except for cleaning vacuums, for some reason I don't mind doing that. It's like a challenge to take them apart and clean them up. I don't know what it is, but you give me a pair of shoes to clean, I hate it. So it's just weird that vacuums are more disgusting, and for whatever reason I will clean those. So I guess I just like to see them really make a big improvement from where they were. But again, thanks for watching. We'll be back in the next clip with what sells this week. And sorry Linda's not here. Bye-bye.